What's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 4, I believe, of the series 20-year-old Penn State business owner down the beach, investing all my money in this window cleaning business. So, recap of day 4. So, started off, basically all the days start off the same. Wake up at 6:30, do work till 8 o'clock. Hoffman's starting to get up, make like a light breakfast, go to the gym. We just got this new gym. I believe it's called like True Family Fitness. It is the spot. Not only is the equipment and everything there like really top quality, there wasn't a bunch of people. Sauna, tanning bed. There's like a room with just lights and you can just like look at yourself for like 15 minutes in the mirror. Why not? That place is awesome. Highly recommend if any people are in Ocean City. Try it out. It's probably one of the least expensive gyms in North OC. And the bang for your buck you're getting is amazing. So, shout out to them. And then after that, we came back and we were like, we're going to go out for a couple more hours than we did the other day. The first day, day 3, we went out for like maybe an hour and a half, and we got a good sale. Yesterday was a little different. We went out for like 2.5 hours, split up into 2 like hour 15, hour 30 like increments. So we were probably out for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, but we did really good. First door Hoffman knocks, gets a sale. It's like 90% locked in. No, it's locked in at this point. So 1 for 1 for the kid. So, great job for him. It's just like, he's getting it down really well. It's just like one of those things. You just got to knock a bunch of doors, build up the confidence, and then that will be good. Secondly, I got like 2 or 3 sales on the doors. We talked to this one guy, Ricky, if you're watching this, you're the man. Ricky Records. We talked to him for maybe 40 minutes, an hour outside of his house. He owns a cleaning company, so he's, hopefully we're gonna do his windows. I think I quoted him for like $600, and I was like, we'll do it for $300 every window, and then you'll see how good our work is. So then when you reference us to your company, fellow people with houses in the area, you'll know how good the quality of the work is. We talked to him for over an hour just about like life and stuff, a little bit about the business as well. So, I think Ricky should be hopefully pretty locked in, but I guess we'll see. Great interaction though. I feel like interactions like that when you're on the doors, like it doesn't even need to be a yes. I think a big thing that I'm doing different here at the beginning than I did in State College, and maybe it's because it wasn't my company, so I wasn't as focused on it, but networking with every person I'm able to talk to. There's people on the street just walking their dogs. I swear, I'll just go up to them and say, hey, like, my name's David. Since we're staying in the neighborhood, I'm like, I live 2 streets down. Like, we're Penn State students, me and Nick. We started a window cleaning company. Like, is that something you might be interested in? They're either like maybe. Like, I'll be like, all right, like, where do you live? I can meet you in like an hour at your house. Or if they're like, nah, like, I rent, it's a condo, whatever. I'm like, here's a business card. Give it to your landlord, or if you know any people in OC, any family, anything like that, send them a picture, whatever. Always trying to get something out of an interaction is like how you maximize your interactions. Whether they're not buying your service, but they can refer you to someone who might, like, it's a win-win, You might as well, if you're going to go out and put in the effort, you might as well make the most out of every interaction. At that point, you're just like half doing it, and it's nothing in life is like worth half doing. If you're gonna go out and sell. Like, there's no point of doing door to door if you don't have that drive to go out and just like try and convince everyone. And it's not even a convincing thing. It's a big thing that I think is like huge in the window cleaning thing, in the industry. You are selling a service. You're not just going up to people asking for their money. Like, it's not like a charity. You're selling a high quality service, a high quality product for a high quality price. It's very important that when you go out and sell yourself and sell your company, you're not going out there like being like, I need you to do this, like I need you to buy my service, because it's like there's no point. Like, you're selling a service, you should get clients that want to do it, you know? Or like, objections are not rejections. That's also something that's huge. Like, people are just curious. Like, it's so rare that you're gonna go up to a house, and this happens. It happens a decent amount, I guess. You go up to a house and it's like, hey, we're a window cleaning company, and they're like, that's perfect. We need our windows cleaned. It's like, that's like a 20% chance probably out of like active people that are there, like on the doors. And maybe 10%, 5%, like probably not even 20%. So people, a lot of the time, are just gonna bring up objections, whatever it may be. Like, I want to wait a little later in the season. I need to talk to my spouse. Like, whatever it could be, these reasons. Being a good sales rep is knowing how to dissect these objections and turn them into acceptances, you know? It's not rocket science. Any good consumer should be curious and ask questions about something they're buying. There's me personally, if some kid knocked on my door and sold me something, and like I asked him a couple questions about it and he didn't know how to answer my questions, especially with confidence of his own company. If you don't have confidence in your own company, like, why would you suspect that like a consumer would, you know, be confident in you? You know, it's not like they're gonna be seeing something in you, you know, through your window cleaning. Like, you're a professional company, they're a client, A to B, confidence to C, you know, like, but yeah, so backtrack, doors, go up to people when walking on the street. If people are outside their houses, like, I'll just go up to them. They're in their garages, they're like getting out of their cars, whatever. Those people have to talk to you. Like, they really can't just like ghost you like in real life, you know? They kind of have to talk to you at a minimum. And that's 100%, you know, you're gonna get a positive interaction no matter what, whether they buy it, whether they'll think about it, whether they don't want it and they'll like spread the word. Like, it's all positive. Business cards are like, I don't know how much, like 20 cents a pop, like whatever it is. Like, that's like probably some of the most inexpensive advertising you can do for yourself, as long as you just do it correctly. So we came back. I had a very great business call as well, with the connection that someone, you know, set up with my family, which is very, very good. I'm not going to speak on it too much now because, you know, it's early, but very excited. I got some really good advice. For those of you who are thinking about doing Yelp, and I'll tell you specifically why I did it. I think I mentioned in the last video a little bit, but I'll specify a little bit more. My Google page just got up yesterday. My LLC is still waiting to file. I'm not doing meta ads for another 2-3 weeks. So I was like, I need to have some sort of presence, at least digitally, for people to review me, people to look me up and have credibility, stuff like that within the community. So I was like, let me do a Yelp account, whatever. Paid for ads. I think it was like $570 a month, which I know it's crazy, especially for Yelp. But I was like, I would do it for 2 weeks, so I'd spend like maybe $200, just see how it is. If I get 1 job, 2 jobs from it, it pays itself off. That was my thinking. In hindsight, you know, maybe not the best idea just to jump the gun on that as well, just because it's Yelp. Like, people use Yelp, and I'm not hating on Yelp. I feel like the people I've talked to about it that are also doing window cleaning in the industry, or just general like home service businesses, you probably have like a 1 in 5 chance of Yelp like working well for you, like where the money is like worth it, and maybe like 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5 where the money's worth it, and 1 out of 5 where you're gonna see really good results. But like, for me, it was like, it wasn't even that I got like maybe 1 quote request within like the 24 48 hours that my page was up. So it's not even bad. It's just like, why am I spending $570 on this when I can just dump it into Meta, or I can dump it into Google, or I can get on Angie's List, or what have you? Like, it just wasn't, it was just too much for right now. But I'm not saying it's bad, just for me personally. I think you kind of have to prioritize what you think is most important to you in everything in the business, but I'm talking specifically about advertising right now. Seeing like what you think is going to be the best for you. If you think Yelp is going to be better than Google and Meta, put all of your money into Yelp. I wouldn't recommend that, but I don't know like the area you're in. Like maybe it's the best for you. If you think Google's the best, put in the most to Google. If you think Meta's the ass. For me, I was nervous about. I wanted to put a bunch of money into a bunch of different things because if one didn't work out, then I would have other lanes to keep me afloat, even if the other one's down. But I feel like, especially at the beginning, starting your business, you want to build credibility at least in one channel that's super strong and let the other float like buoys around it, below it, but it's still there. But you don't have to like boost it with money and all that stuff, especially if you don't have the capital to be starting like that early. And yeah, I feel like that was like the majority of everything that happened yesterday. We came back, made some dinner, did a little bit more work. In the future, you can follow us Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're going to be posting a bunch of content, hopefully today or tomorrow, on Ocean City window cleaning, on all those platforms. So if you watch this, go check those out. It's going to be a bunch of just day-to-day stuff, videos throughout the day. So a little less educational content and more of just like you can see like really what it is day in my life with all of that stuff going on. But if you guys want me to talk about anything specific that like I've done throughout the journey thus far, setting stuff up, let me know. I'd love to talk about it. And yeah, we'll see you for day 5.